Everything is so slow. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's so slow. Hmm. Oh. All right. Why is it not going live on Kick? I don't understand. But either way, hello. Um, the stream might be a little meh because I am on my computer. Or not computer, my laptop. I don't remember how to go live on Kick. Maybe it's going slow because it's recording. That might do it. Is there anything else going on in the background? Chrome is open. Let's close that. Alright. Also, all bit things should be available. Alright, how are frames doing? Okay, well it says 0 drop frames. Alright, so it was just the recording that was making it weird. Hello everybody. Hello. Say hi, Tana. Hi. Alright, let's go put you down to play. How is everybody doing? Let's turn on some lights. Boom. Let's see here. All right, so, oh my goodness, Hannah. What? You're fine. One moment, guys. I swear, there are berries or something around. Stealing your suitors. Unless you just checked you into another dimension. Okie dokie, so let's do this. Yeah, so I have two different things that I am in need of baking. It says it's fine now. All right, there are two things that I am in need of baking. One is some scones, and the other is, well, this feels odd, yet it feels nostalgic. I know. And I'm just realizing that there's some delay in between the two cameras. So I'm sorry about that. How are you doing, Legobots? This is going to be weird because I am not used to two cameras. But this one is to be able to see like what I'm doing down here. Well, actually, move these over yonder. And we can do this. So even better. Wow. This is what, because that's what this camera is for. Alright, so I just boiled some water for some tea. If you guys haven't gotten a drink yet, make sure you do so. So we're going to be here for probably a little while. And I can't drink coffee because of the little one over there. So I am embracing my Britishness, okay? And I'm drinking tea. I've even found that when I've been like really, there's like a lot been going on. Then I'm like, oh, I need to get myself a cup of tea. I need tea. Which is, I find very funny because I haven't done that before. We'll do this later. Twitch. Okay. Tea time. Yes, it is tea time. Okay, so the two things that we are making are sugar cookies and then some scones. Some very specific flavor of scones that I have not made before, and it's going to be kind of interesting as to how it's going to turn out. Because they are cranberry, white chocolate, and orange. The orange that I have, so I have orange zest, and then I have chunks of orange. So, this indeed will be quite interesting. So I have not done this before. because of time, let's see here. So I don't have the physical scone recipe with me because it's in a different cookbook and I don't have that cookbook. So I was sent the page of said cookbook. Is this it? Nope, that's the other one. Was it the other person that sent it to me? Probably. Yes, it is. Okay. So for the sugar cookies, we are going to be decorating them as well. So there's going to be icing and all that. So we have to take into consideration the cool down time in order to decorate them. So with that being said, we are going to do the scones first. Because I'm short, I need a stool. So we are going to do, we need 2 bowls, a large bowl, this way, and a smaller bowl. Alright, and then, so, I have no idea how much orange do I even have. I did not measure it. So we are going to do that now. I have a measuring cup, orange. There we go. So the orange I have is, that's about a cup, 1 2/3 of a cup. Yummers, very yummers. Yes, this is orange. In case you missed it, Ravens. Also, hi, Ravens. This is, I was saying earlier to Bar that this is a very interesting setup. As I'm doing stuff, not in front of the camera that I set up for you to be able to see what I am doing. Okay, so there's that. And then it's probably a bad idea to put this in there. It's fine. It's just the bottom. So we're gonna put, now that we know how much orange we have, we're gonna put that back in the bowl. Now we have this for other wets. Alright. That means we probably don't even need this bowl, so we're just gonna put it over here. First things first, preheat oven 425. Because even in Canada, our ovens go by Fahrenheit. And it's kind of weird. Everything else is in Celsius except for the ovens. Hope everything has been going good. It's been a bit. Everything has been pretty good. It's just been it's been busy. So one with the little baby over there. She's chilling, playing. And I also started school about a month ago for herbology and all that. So, yeah. So between that and baby and everything else, yeah, it's been pretty busy. And the only reason I have been able to do this is because, well, I personally need the scones, and then I have someone wanting to buy a bunch of different cookies. So I haven't done sugar cookies before, so this is a test batch. But they said that they would buy the test batch. Whatever I don't want, they would buy. So, yes, that's very cool. But that also gives me the time and opportunity to do this. So thank you to them. All right, so this is going to turn out four rounds of scones, which turn out to be about this big, or I'll use a cookie cutter and make them like biscuit size. And not like British biscuits, like actual American biscuits. Yeah, I learned to do these by hand, so I'm gonna do them by hand. I do have a mixer. I will be using it for the sugar cookies. But how are you guys doing? It sounds awesome. It is pretty awesome. And that should be enough. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, since it has been a bit, how are you guys doing? Also, I got these kind of containers, and they're so cool. They come with these labels with a special pen. I've been loving the pen because I've been able to use it on not just these, but on jars and all of that. So it's going, I suppose. That doesn't sound all that great. Has it just been like really busy, or something been making it not so great? Baking powder. Awesome. This is baking powder. And there are 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons of fluff powder, because it makes it go fluff. There we go. I was also going to make bread today, but because of the timing, how long it would take, and all that, I wouldn't have had time to do it with the scones and the sugar cookies, because it takes up my mixing bowl, because it's the biggest bowl that I have, which I should get some bigger bowls. I was out shopping today for stuff for the sugar cookies, and I didn't even think about looking for bigger bowls. It is stuff, but it is what it is. Can't say I'm doing bad work. Doing bad work gets exhausting sometimes, but that's just work. That is very true. That is work. Unfortunately, that is also life. No matter what you do, whether it's you're just at home with a kid, or you're working full-time job, or school and work, or just school, life is exhausting. Unfortunately, not much to do to avoid that without just stopping life. Or this is salt, by the way. 1 teaspoon of salt. But yeah, you can't really get away from it unless you absolutely do nothing in life, basically. Okay, so it's cranberry orange chocolate. Stay in here, flour. There we go. Yeah, in hindsight, probably should have done this in the mixer bowl, because that bowl is definitely bigger than this one. Okay. And then with that, I like using salted butter in my scones. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is a Canadian brand, Western Family butter. It's kind of like a no-name brand of Safeway. Yeah, I think Safeway and Save on Foods and Freshco here in Canada. Alright, so this requires half a cup. So there's 1 cup there. So unlike you funny Americans, we have blocks of butter. We have bricks of butter, not sticks of butter. Though those sticks would probably somewhat be a little bit more manageable. This is what we have. Right, there we go. Put butter knife aside because we will need it later. And then, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this thing, but it's pretty great. It's kind of sharp, but oh, I think this butter might be a little too hard. Might need to do this a little bit by hand. Break it up a little bit. pulled this thing out, this butter out of the fridge this morning. But you know what I did? That's a big butter, lol. Ours just small versions of that. I know. Your guys' sticks of butter are like what, half a cup? Quarter cup? Each? How do you guys measure your butters? Wouldn't be in milliliters because that's imperial. And you guys have metric. Use metric. Or how I've heard it said, freedom. the freedom measurements. Which is just really funny. Okay. No, we're staying in here. Now I gotta look. I guess that's not necessarily something you think about if you don't actively think about it, I guess. Also, can you hear Atana in the background? Her just in the background talking to her toys. Also, yes, cute baby sounds. Okay. All right. Have you guys gotten your tea or coffee yet? So you do see it. See what? What is it that I see? We see, all see. People see. Back in there. And then maybe this. Nothing, it just said the message wasn't sent, but clearly you could see it about the baby sounds. Oh. Yeah, Twitch has been being kind of weird. Like, this stream should be going to Kick as well, streaming on Kick, but it's not doing the stream thing. So, I don't know. Alright, so fruit / currants, well, the base scones typically have currants in them. But we are not doing currants. We are doing cranberries and white chocolate. So, throw some things around. And so first, we're going to do orange zest. Yep, very orangey. So I guess this would technically be spice. So 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of the spice. To take care of your knives the best, sharpen them before every time you use them. And they will always stay sharp. Am I good at it? At keeping to that? Not particularly, but there we go. I probably should measure it, but, you know, some things with baking, you don't need to measure. Some things you definitely should measure, like salts, flute powder, and flute soda, or baking powder and baking soda. And then some things definitely measure the sugar. And flour. So like the main things definitely measure. But flavor stuff like fruit, vanilla extract, be careful with the vanilla extract, but for the most part you can go kind of wild with it. Aniseed, be careful with aniseed if you have ever done that before. It can be with the right ingredients. Aniseed can be very good, but it can overpower very quickly. But stuff like orange zest, chocolate, fruit, I don't think you really need to measure all that much. Okay. There we go. Orange zest is in there. Now, for the chocolate. Quite often you would probably want to maybe shred the chocolate. In this case, why? Because you're baking it, it's going to melt. So in baking like this, to have chunks of chocolate, so good. So very good. So, is this melted a little bit? Or it's soft. So we are going to only coarsely cut this. And for some reason it's, I guess, yeah, it has been on the counter. And the heat has been on because it's already kind of getting cold. So actually, yeah, it would make sense why it's already melting. But again, I'm not gonna measure it. And this is only for me and my family, so I'm not gonna bother measuring it. And again, I don't think chocolate is something that you need to measure. Yeah, I should have put this chocolate in the fridge. You know what I didn't do? That. Give or take. Oh, does that look like enough chocolate? What do you guys think? Is that enough chocolate? This is 2 bars of Lindt. Yeah, Lindt white chocolate. Is that enough? Might be. Put your votes down or over in the chat. There we go. Yes, enough chocolate? No. Yes or no? Either way, I have a 3rd bar in the fridge. So if we so desire for it. Okay, at this point, spatula to mix is a very good idea. I had thought about putting blueberries in here as well, but it might be a little much. But blueberry, cranberry, orange is already... Oh, what about chocolate? Yeah, terrible timing. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for watching the ads. So I put 2 full bars of chocolate into here. And I was asking if that was enough chocolate. So for reference, there is 4 cups of sugar. And there will be orange and cranberry. Or should I add the 3rd bar of chocolate? Oh, why did I put the cranberries at the very top, at the very back? Oh, I am short. Yes, I know. short I am. My partner does not let me forget. I mean, it seems like enough. Depends if you want it more chocolatey. I mean, I always like chocolate. But I was also asking you guys so that you guys would also have a say in the matter. Okay. But two bars is probably good. I looked up and was like, oh, climbing. Yes, because I needed the cranberries, and the cranberries were at the very top of at the back of the top shelf of the cupboard. Dana, what's going on? She could have gotten herself into a bit of a pickle. Of course, as soon as I get what's going on? All right. Whoa, that is ding ding. Oh, the ding was from my computer. I see. I see. Well, my partner was asking if there was really no way for me to be able to have the sugar cookie recipe. And unfortunately, no, there isn't. Because, well, the recipe I have makes 84 cookies. Alright. But for only 84 cookies, it's one egg. And you can't really half an egg. So, kind of have to make all 84 cookies. I can't tell what that is. Tanamo, hey! Hey, how are you today? I am doing pretty good. Lots. There's just lots happening these days with with Tana and school and also having put out there that I'm doing that I'll sell baked goods, which someone finally messaged about on, drum roll please, Facebook Marketplace. So I really should reach out to Facebook Marketplace and become and see how to get sponsored by them, because yeah, I literally use them for absolutely everything. Life has been lifing. Life has been lifing? Yes. Can't ever imagine having my phone off silent. Lol. It startled me. I thought my yeah, I never have my phone off silent either, unless I'm doing stuff around the house and I'm waiting for like a phone call or something like that. Um, but the ding was not my phone; it was my computer, which I or like my laptop here, which I forget about because it's a MacBook, so it gets all of that. All right. But how are you doing, Tanimo? Sometimes my heart breaks for Atana because she's teething, and you can already see like the front of a tooth poking out from her gums, and yeah, that would hurt her. Yeah, like she'll be fine, and then suddenly she'll just start crying, and yeah, it's just so sad. Needs a little bit more cranberry, I think. But yeah, my heart just breaks for her sometimes. Like whenever that happens, because you can't really do anything about it. Um, I'm alright. Just got home from work. Nice. And how was that? I am hungry. Well, hi, hungry. I'm Trinda. Ready for Halloween? I guess I don't really observe Halloween. Um, like I don't go trick or treating. Um, I don't really dress up. So you're very hard. I'm very hard to hear. Um, let's see here. All right. How's this? Is this better? But yeah, I don't dress up. I don't do all that. And because of where I live, oh, because I live in an apartment building, um, I don't really get any kids coming to my door, except maybe some of the kids from the building. I guess better, good, but yeah, beyond like I have some candy, um, mainly from myself, but Also, I don't think I ever stopped. Whoops. No. I think she lasted. I never stopped the timer for tummy time. Alright. I'll dress up as Mario and hand out candy. I see Halloween as a holiday for the kids. I try not to eat much candy anymore. That's very fair. Before I moved out of my parents' house, last couple years, I did dress up in my martial arts gi and hand out candy to the kids that would come by. But yeah, last year there weren't any kids that came to my door from the building that lives in the building. So I don't know what's gonna happen this year. Maybe people will come, maybe not. Who knows? All right. So that's, there you go. There's the dry ingredients. With chocolate, cranberries, orange zest, flour and all that. Now for the wet ingredients. Alright, let's see here. So 1 1/3 cup of milk and 2 eggs. And then the orange, of course. Just 2 eggs. And milk. Probably we'll have to do less milk. As I say, as I put the rest of it in, and it comes out to exactly 1 1/3. But usually I have to add extra anyways because good scones are moist scones. Whether you like that word or not, doesn't matter. It's the most appropriate word. I don't like the word moist either. But good scones are moist, and so they can't be dry. Dry scones are just no good. Also, just to clarify, most milk does not come in glass bottles or bags, depending on where you are. I'm not a fan of cranberries. I guess it really depends, but I also grew up eating cranberries as a snack. Cranberry and raisins. Thank you, Raven, for the subscription of 4 months. There are no more ads. Well, thank you for the subscription, whether it is to get rid of ads or not. No more ads, Anchor. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I grew up eating cranberries as a snack slash a treat because they have a lot of natural sugar in them. So mix of cranberries and raisins with sugar, with a little bit of sugar, was considered a treat. Blueberries and milk was a big time snack as a kid for me. All right, let's grab back spatula, warmer, in there. There we go. A little bit of a wow. Yeah, this bowl is definitely too small for this. Might as well just put this in there. That sound. That squishing sound. Okay, yeah, I think this is a little too much moisture. Like when you add the orange. Yeah, it's a little too much. Possibly. She is probably hungry. So it's possible I will have to go into intermission to go feed her. But it shouldn't take more than... I'm going to have to finish. Yeah, I should have fed her before I put the wet in, because now the baking powder is going to be activated. So this is a predicament. It's better just... take all the time you need. Thank you. Yeah, I have not set up music on here either. So just heads up. It doesn't look like I'll have time to do that before intermission. So that's as good as that's going to get. Alright, intermission time. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll probably be like 15-ish minutes. We will be right back after these messages. You are very right. I was muted. I forgot to unmute myself. But yes. Sorry, Barbar. Sorry, Lego Boss. Yeah, I had to go feed this little one. So, yes. So how's life been? Life's been good. Just really busy, as one would imagine, with a little rugrat, as one could say, as one could call it. Okay. So the next step to mix the scones. Okay, so before starting stream, I had washed the counter. So if you do this for yourself, make sure you wash the counter first. Alright, we'll use this one. And she's gonna help wait, oh my god, it's been all houses of it. Yes, that is still a thing. I honestly kind of forgot about it too. A little bit. Also, she's going to be helping commentate, I'm pretty sure. So. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Who's Barbar? I don't know. Not anyone in this chat. That's for sure. No baking sheet. We will. Yes, there will be a baking sheet. We will get there. But first, to finish mixing the scones, we must knead them. So kind of treat the scones like bread. Where before you put them on the baking sheet, you have to knead them together and all that. You'll see. Let's get all the bits and pieces out of the bowl. Because, yeah, that's correct. We're not going to be wasteful at all. Yeah, that's right. We don't like being wasteful. Well, also, I'm starting to wonder if my apartment might be haunted. Because the other day, here's why I am thinking that. One, my sink that was quite nicely plugged, just unplugged and is now fully drained. Which, yay, I kind of needed that to be there. Also, the other day, I heard tapping on my bedroom window, which goes to my patio. I heard it, and then I went and looked. There was no one on my patio or near my patio. Um, or there's like no one at all in the courtyard whatsoever. So, I don't want all that flour. Yeah, and then yeah, it's just just random weird things. And then not long after I had moved in, my carburetor had just randomly turned on. Like, not much has happened, but enough has happened that makes me like, because like, there's no reasonable explanation to it, and just random thing, like things go just disappear, just randomly. Mainly her soothers just disappear randomly. And then they'll maybe just suddenly appear, like either later that day or a few days later, just in the same spot, the exact same spot, and it just doesn't make sense, or never appear again. So either I have fairies, which I are some of the things that I've been learning strongly suggest that they're real, which is very weird. Don't paint me crazy just yet. But if they are actually real, it would explain it, because that's apparently what they do. They take stuff and make it appear or disappear. And if they're feeling generous, then they might bring it back later. And they just fuck with you. So, and yes, I swore. We are all adults here. I'm pretty sure, anyways. Even then, yeah, kids swear, right? So I have kind of decided to throw away the swear jar. Just one, it wasn't really being honored in the first place, and I personally came to a place where I wanted to swear anyways. So, like, not much. I don't swear much. But, I don't know, it just felt like illegitimate to like make random words up. Just weird to me. Alright. That's pretty good. Alright. Now is the baking sheet fun. So what we need, the baking sheets, the parchment paper, I may have messed up a little bit. I pulled out way too much. There's one. And there's two. And then next, your big knife. Are you pooping? Maybe. That. And then you cut it in half once more. That. You flatten it out on your paper sheet or parchment sheet, whatever. And the next one. No chocolate gets left behind. There we go. Okay, these look so freaking good. They're not even baked yet. They look good. Bless you. There we go. There we go. Now you take your the same knife, and you score into quarters. If you're not sure what the word scoring means, it means you imprint the line. You don't cut through it. You cut maybe like you cut a little bit through, but not all the way through. Just enough to have a solid line. In the dough. There we go. And there. What do you put? No. You can't forget, because parchment paper is flammable. So we're cutting off our excess, because we don't want to start a fire, all right, at all. All right, now we put it in. Go. And let's see here. I feel like I should have this recipe memorized by now since I've been using it literally all my life. 12 to 15 minutes. So we will start with 13 minutes. Every oven is different, so it will vary from oven to oven as to how long it will need to be in for. And as we wait, shall do some dishes. Cleaning up as you go. And not just leaving it all to the end. So what about you guys? Are you guys ready for Halloween? I know I carved my first pumpkin since I was a wee lass over the weekend, this last weekend, with my partner's family. That was quite fun before they went on vacation. Right. What's going on, huh? What's going on? Yeah.
you having fun? Is Mommy washing dishes? Yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, your turn. Your time will come, my dear. Your time will come. Might not be for a little while, but your time will come. Are you excited for your time? To do dishes? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Dishes done. Because this is all, in a sense, contaminated flour. It's just garbage.
now it is time for the sugar cookies. I happen to have recently come into possession of some Christmas cookie cutters. Which is pretty cool. And they will be very well used with this. So the single batch of sugar cookies makes 84 cookies, which is a lot. And these smell good. These smell really good. So good, I needed a tea break. Alright. So, all of the recipes I use are from cookbooks from the Company's Coming line. They are very good cookbooks. I highly recommend I highly recommend that you have them, including the scone recipe. There are the different variations, but what we mainly use is the base scone recipe. And then we just, with currants, we change it to, like any fruit that we want, or any other additives, spice. We do like cinnamon raisin. The currants would be raisins, and then we do cinnamon for the spice. These look like they're already done. Nice, slightly brown on the top. I'll bring it around here and show ya. Clean this one up. So it looks like the sweet spot is 13 minutes. And you see what I mean? All very nicely golden on the top. Little specks of gold, of a darker brown along the sides. Nice and moist in the center. And the longer that we let them sit, the more that they will continue to, as they cool, they will continue to bake on the inside. I am about to be that lady from The Ring and come through the TV and grab a cookie, but in this case, the phone. I am so sorry. Alright, I have muted my laptop, so there should not be any notification dinging. I should have done that like way ago. Alright. Mixer time. So we will change this. Okay, you can't really see A10. Alright, that's fine. Hey, does that smell good? Does that smell good? Yeah. It smells so good. Oh. Alright. So.
Yeah. Well, now it is time for sugar cookies. Alright, first step is cream, margarine, and sugar. But before we do that, are you sleepy? Do I need to put you to bed? Is it time for nap? Nap time. Yes, it is definitely your nap time. Oh. Let's go see good night. Good night, Squeak. I'm gonna go for a nap. Good night. We just want to see what's up here, huh? What's going on the computer, huh? Okay, nap time. I will be right back. All right. She's down for nap. So first step is 3/4 cup of butter, cream, butter, and sugar in large bowl, and add egg and vanilla and beat well. All right. So 3/4 of a cup. Go. This is why I kept the butter knife from earlier around. That's approximately, give or take, 3/4 cup right here. There we go. So there's the butter, and then 3/4 of a cup of that's salt. That was almost bad. Sugar. That would have been pretty bad. Monster. Monster that I put Aitana to bed? Said for nap? Is that what you're calling me monster for? Because if I didn't put her to bed, she would have gone. she would have gotten really cranky. And then she would have been overtired, and then it would be even harder for her to go to sleep. I thought for a second that she was already asleep. With babies, with kids in general, you have to stick to a routine. Her bedtime might not be fully, like her nap times might not be fully consistent, but you still have to stick with it pretty good. While that's doing that, one egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. It's already pretty good. Yeah, there we go. And also, if I don't stick to making sure that she goes for her nap on time, she ends up going to sleep, going to sleep for the night super late, like closer to midnight. When she's up, that means I'm up. So if she's awake until midnight, that means I'm awake until midnight. And I just don't want to deal with that anymore. And she also, the more overtired she is by the time it's bedtime, the more she wakes up during the night, which is really annoying. So, alright, there's the egg. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're going to do a teaspoon and some. Well, combine remaining 5 ingredients in a small bowl. Okay. And we will, with the scones, I did half white flour and half whole wheat. But with this, we will just stick with white flour. Especially since I don't particularly really know what I'm doing with sugar cookies. So, take that out. And then soda, tartar, cardamom, and there's icing, supplies for the icing. Alright. So we need baking soda. One teaspoon. That's pretty beat. Good. Alright. Just like that. I've never used cream of tartar before. Also, that just went off. We must pull it out. We must. And, it looks good. Boy, it looks very good. Soda way in there. Alright. Now, couple of cooling racks. And a flipper. Ooh, that's hot. There we go. Alright. There's 1 teaspoon cream of tartar. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And of cardamom. margarine mixture in 2 additions, mixing well after each addition until no dry flour remains. Divide into 2 equal portions, shape each portion into flattened disc, wrap each with wax paper, chill for at least 6 hours or overnight.
Well, what time is it? 5:30. So I think there's going to be a part 2 of this. Well, evidently I did not read the instructions before this, so oh well, more stream I guess. Yes, yes indeed. Yeah, there will be a part 2 tomorrow. I would probably tomorrow will make the bread as well then. Or maybe do the, well, because it has to sit for an hour to rise, right? So yeah, yeah. So to do it all on stream tonight might be a little bit much because yeah, bread is a little hard to do on stream unless instead of like loaves of bread, I do baking soda biscuits. That could work. Because I'm currently out of bread, I try to make my own, to save money, I try to make my own bread and stuff. So because I'm out of bread, and that's what I mainly do for sandwiches, breakfast and lunches, sandwiches, toast, all that. I can basically do the same thing with baking soda biscuits. And plus I need photos of them anyways, so. So yeah, I guess that is a plan. We will make baking soda biscuits tonight. And then I'll make bread another day.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Baking soda biscuits? Or I could make dinner. Because, yeah, I need to make dinner. Still. I don't have to. I do have leftovers. Okay. Don't want to work the flour too much. Or else it'll be meh. And this lady definitely knows what sugar cookies are like. So I definitely need to be careful if I want her to like it. Usually I wouldn't care, but she's paying for them, so. Divide into 2 equal portions. Shape each one into flattened discs. Food is yummy. Food is yummy. So I was debating. That is good. That's pretty good. Yeah. It's not tough. I was debating whether to just do just eat leftovers tonight. Or maybe make some spaghetti. That's an option. I haven't had spaghetti in a while. Wrap each with waxed paper. Good enough. overnight. Alright. And that's that. And the icing, all the icing shenanigans will happen tomorrow. Sometimes raw cookie dough is better than the actual cookie. It's funny how that works. How is there flour all over my laptop? There's flour all over. Alright. Alright. Alright, kids. Go bye-bye. Because the pans were covered with parchment, just wipe them off a little bit. There we go. And okay, shall we do a taste test? Alright. Are you ready for this? Okay. Do a break test. Okay. Very good. Might be a little, it's a little underdone, guys. That's not quite good. It was pretty much done, but then it wasn't. So, that's an interesting camera. What, this? Yeah, it's just my computer webcam. Yeah, I was about to say it doesn't look done. Yeah, it's not done. But it's fine. It can go back in. Yeah, it's just barely underdone. Barely. It's probably like, it probably just needed like 2 more minutes. Oops, yeah.
I have no idea when I'm muted. Sorry. I don't remember. I know I've been saying stuff, but I don't remember what I've been saying. So I finished cleaning up. I did say that it's sometimes hard to tell if the moistness is in the scones is chocolate or underdoneness. What am I making? I am making spaghetti and sauce. I don't know. I had. That's okay, Raven. It's okay. I am making fusilli and ground beef with sauce. Oh yeah, one thing I was saying is that if you don't have pre-made pasta sauce, you can just make your own with diced tomatoes and tomato paste. Okay. These have to be done. They have to. Some of it looks underdone. But if I put it in any longer, it will burn. So I think what happened was that there's too much moisture with this mixture for it to be on 425. Personally, I'm okay with the level that this is at. It's not an unhealthy level because most of the moistness is from the orange juice because it's really moist around where the orange is. So between the orange and the chocolate, it probably looks more underdone than it actually is. So I'm personally okay with this. If it was for someone else, I would not give it to them. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to turn it down, turn the temperature down. Put these other ones in for another 4 or 5 minutes.
on. Come on, can. This can opener is not very sharp. Okay, while cooking anything, don't start a fire. Whatever you do. Because that's counterintuitive. Quite counterintuitive. Alright, I think she's awake for realsies this time. So much happening. Okay, let's take a look see here. That's good. That's good. This one, on the other hand, still needs some more work. But it's like really doughy. It's really doughy inside. But fire is fun. Usually I would agree, but I also like my house and my food intact, you know? I'm gonna go get Chitter Catter. Yeah, it's almost an hour right now. Why are you trying to eat my shoulder? And she's awake. You want to pass it back? You want to play with the CD thing? She loves anything and everything that crinkles. There you go. There we go. Now you can see both Baby Melody and me. Baby Shinobi and Mama Melody. Well, yeah, it's hard to tell if that's like, oh no, that is still. Turn it down more. This goes in. Almost needs like
And we'll say, yeah, we'll say 8 minutes because also, is there a delay, like an audio delay? For reference, I said that at about 6:18. I would not be surprised if there is an audio delay. Well, I suppose I'll answer as no one else did, but yes, there is. Also, cute baby. Thank you. Thank you. I worked very hard. I worked very hard on her. She loves anything that makes that crinkle sound. Anything at all. She has dumped at least one chip bag already. Just because she's in that growing phase and she just loves the crinkle. Oh. So what are you guys up to?
I really don't want to open it. But let's try quarter. Playing modern Minecraft, nice. Hello, Amity. Yes, long time no see. I've been on quite a hiatus of like 7 or 8 months, and I had a baby. How are you doing? It's been a while. Also, I almost forgot that I was also streaming to my YouTube channel, which if you guys aren't subscribed yet, you should. You should subscribe because I'm going to start streaming to YouTube whenever I do stream. And if you're not following on Twitch or Kick, you should definitely do that. Hello. Good to see. Yes, it was very good to see you, friend. Just glad to see you back. Hope all is well. I am definitely doing all right. All things considered, just been really busy with kiddo and school and just everyday life. When they're not undercooked, this is a great mixture. Whew. Doing okay, hunting for work, but keeping live. That's good. Kind of burned out a bit. That is indeed life. Okay. Almost, not quite. Actually, maybe. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're done. They're done. Oh, you threw your bag away. Honestly, you might as well never do never buy food or not food, toys. Never buy toys because it'll quite often. What do you mean? What do you mean? Right now, your favorite toy are literally recycling. Yeah. Why would I need to buy toys? If you're content to play with recycling, and you've basically been given every single toy that you have, I never need to buy toys. Life do be YouTube's where it's at. I do kind of miss YouTube. Okay, I think this is done.
I do miss YouTube. I just don't have time to edit. To the point where I don't even have the editing software anymore. I just got rid of it. Plus, Adobe was doing weird, not great stuff. Where's my cloth? But you seem to be doing good. I am doing good. Life has been good. It's been challenging, but it has been good. Sometimes you need challenge in life. You don't challenge yourself, then you never grow. Challenge equals growth. Yeah. That's why tummy time is so important to me. It's challenging, but that's what helps you get stronger. Oh, sweetheart. Uh-oh. All right. There we go. Well, there's my dinner. My dinner is served. Now it's her turn. At around this time, she gets it's called pablum. Because she's 5 months on the second. She's already started self-weaning, which is kind of mind-boggling, to be honest. A baby? Whose? Hi, Alan. Hi, Alan. She's mine. Baby is mine. You seem to be making it through to be here. You got this. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, just wanted to swing the dancing emotes. Anyway, just wanted to swing by. Got the notification seeing you were live. So I wanted to say hello before I go sleep. Well, thank you for coming by, Amity. It was really great to see you, or see you in chat. And I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, and I hope you find a job here real soon. Because unfortunately, we live in a monetary world. And we can't really do much without money. Which sucks ass, but congratulations, so happy for you. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate it. Hope your SMP is working out well as well. Ads, happy for you. Good mom, I'm sure. I do my best, but I've been told by some people who definitely know what they're talking about that I've been doing pretty okay. Always happy to swing by. Hoping to swing around again for longer. I just need I just need sweet, like, need money. I definitely can understand that. Thank you. Much appreciated. I will be going live again tomorrow as a part 2 to this stream, because I was aiming to finish sugar cookies tonight, but I didn't realize that they needed to chill for 6+ hours. So they are in the fridge right now, chilling. They'll be chilling overnight, and we will be finishing them tomorrow, including decoration. So if you want to come by, hang out during that, please feel free to. Yeah, if you're not following already, make sure you do. That way you get notified every time I go live. Or maybe at some point upload? Maybe? Very unlikely, but I guess there is always that possibility. Right. So, because she is starting to self-wean, what you're supposed to give is this like starter cereal, also known as pablum. But because it's not really enough, and she already got the taste of puree, I kind of do a mixture. I mix puree in with pablum, and yeah, she likes it. Except for the apple cinnamon chai. She does not like apple cinnamon and chai flavor. Well, it's not flavoring, but she doesn't like it. But this one is apple, carrot, mango, and kale. So, healthy stuff. And then you just mix it with pre-boiled water. Until it's a consistency that the child in question enjoys. Did you throw your bag again? Yeah. Uh-oh. All right. Well, I'm going to serve myself. I'm going to finish this. I'm going to serve myself. And this is the conclusion of tonight's stream. But yeah, I will say it one more time. If you're not following or subscribed already, feel free. Make sure you do that so that you get notified every time I go live, just like Ann Mitty did. And so that you know, and so that you can drop in, hang out, make sure you have a cup of tea or coffee, soda, water, or soda water, whatever floats your boat. Alright. It's dinner time. And then tomorrow is sugar cookie day. In the meantime, cheers. Tomorrow we'll make biscuits as well. Okay, why not? Definitely in the future, I will use smaller pieces of orange. Alright. Bye-bye. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Have a good night and sleep well.